I hope y'all are, cause bam, I'm super ready. You're ready for Freddy. If you're 3 or more levels higher than an enemy or creature, it will no longer give you experience. Oh. Makes sense. So basically everything in the main game will never give us experience. My hair is very long, yes. It is the longest of long. Alright. Alright. The Temple of Mythal.
Well of Sorrows.
The Well of Sorrows.
It's loud and so cold. How has such magic lasted?
Obviously, how has this magic lasted? The answer is because magic. Makes sense, don't it?
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
I spoke with your Tranquil, Maddox. He sacrificed himself for your cause.
I told him not to. He died as one of us then. One of the faithful. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
You dare say that to my face? After you butchered my men?
After you butchered my men.
Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Quick and painful?
Power is all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor is gone. Delirium! I need it! Kill them all!
Kill them! Who's killing who? Ooh, Samson has a high level, eh? Doesn't matter to me. Samson dies. They wanted to make sure that, you know, you wouldn't feel like you're completely out of your league here.
I'll show you, bastards! There we are!
What? Bullshit.
You think you'll win? Ha! Come on then! Get around!
Bullshit. He just, you know, makes you all stunny. Murder. We're killing him faster than he's capable of handling.
Well, you can't take it from
Not the
Corypheus.
well.
You mustn't. Still breathing after all that. Impressive.
You can take him back to Skyhold for judgment. Abelos!
Abelos.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on. You'd rather destroy it?
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vir of Elasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vir of Elasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vir of Elasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
The Imperium went to great lengths to expunge Elven history. You might be the last to know the truth.
Would the elves of your lands listen to the truth?
They might. Would it hurt to try?
It very well may, Shemlin. Yes. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Thank you for this gift, Abelos.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
And do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. take its power, and Mythal's last alluvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass.
Then
I did not
glass.
expect the well to feel so hungry.
Look at that hair clipping.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there's anyone
lore.
better suited?
What about you, Dorian?
A human from Tevinter scoops up the last bits of elven knowledge? I know why you ask. I know it's important, but I can't be that man.
What do you think? Morgan? Maybe me? I'll let you know now. The choice is Morgan drinks it, or we drink it. One of them is interesting in one way. One of them is interesting in another way. Which choice? We drink it? Okay, let me change it up. Morgan drinking it has very interesting lore implications. Us drinking it gets us less interesting lore.
Perhaps you're right.
I am. You know I am.
You know I am.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal?
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morgan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Thoughts?
It all seems ghoulish. Let Morgan use it, if she wants it so much.
I trust you with this power more than her. But it's not for me to decide.
So many voices. They would be in your head, talking over you. You don't want them.
Enough
You don't
deliberation.
want them.
Give me your decision.
Looking at it, listening to it. That's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelos was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel
A
it?
gas.
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Morgan will gain the power, or we gain the power. Morgan will.
It's yours.
It's yours. No problemo. The water tooted. The gas. It was the gas.
Are you all right?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
Bah, bah. Bah.
The Illuvian!
Through the mirror.
Lol. What pride hath wrought. Wrought iron fences. Pride has wrought its own iron fences. One, two. Cole's just like, whoa.
It is done.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Meaning he will attack us directly at Skyhold.
Not necessarily. But neither will he remain idle.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices. And they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
You're sure?
Ah, so simple.
If there are no bodies for him to jump to...
You assume there is a limit to the range of his power. There is not.
Then what do you propose? Killing the dragon is no simple task, if it could even be found.
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Speak to me when you are ready.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
So, technically, we're gonna beat the game. Right here, right now.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course. Inquisitor.
To work?
At your service.
Okay, so before we do that, let's go see if we can't upgrade anything.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
All right, hold on. Let me take a look at something. What is our armor? 51. Dread is specifically for Iron Bowl. Let's just put that on Iron Bowl real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway, back to Funk Daddy. 51 and 280. Okay. Oh. I kind of like this look. All right. All right, let's get that 15 heal bonus. Dragon Bones a maybe. Yeah, let's do Dragon Bone again. 289 versus 315. Nah, we good. All right. 76. All right, sure. Huh. Do we need this? No. Do we want this? Oh, yes. Let's go with that. Oh, baby. Darn. That Gurgut skin would have been amazing. We give him that. Slightly better. Lol. Oh, chromatic greatsword. Shame we don't use that, but oops. Cool. Ooh. Very clean. All right, now. All right.
A nice simple.
Okay. Now to storage. Oops. Oh yeah, we can hold up to 500 items now. I forgot about that. Or our storage can hold up to 500. Whoops. I can actually probably, if I were smarter, have taken care of that. We can still only hold the same amount. Might be. Legal. Yeah, it happens when I don't pay attention. Which means it happens quite a bit. Alright, that's what I wanted. Heavy arms. Interesting options. Sigils. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna want a sigil, simply because it's just, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. But, alright. Let's look at crafting some heavy armor or legs. Alright. Dragon bones, maybe. Use dragon bone there, and enduring, perfect. This. More health, eh? Okay. Nope, that's weapons. There's armor. Here it is. This is what I just made. And this. Alright. Okay. I think It's time for us to deposit all this. Okay. We do this, and then we do that. I do not recall if Liliana was, if we were told that Liliana is ready or not. So, or no, it's Cullen, because Cullen's doing something for us. And then after that, I guess we'll finish the main story and then get ready to see a huge epilogue or something. You know, the usual stuff. Not done yet. Darn. Oh, wait, yes. Yes. Bring Samson. Samson has been bringed. Yes. No. Yes. This is actually almost done. 6 minutes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Look. Okay. Look. 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 Okay. Look. Look. Okay. All right. It's our last trial. Oh, before I forget. Mike, well, I have an accessory for... We shall sit in judgment.
Give me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, General to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is
I'm not a big fan of
Kirkwall,
Fudge.
Ray, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them.
Judging him will affect as many as his crimes. I won't take it lightly.
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does. Corypheus only delayed my corruption.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was, after the Chantry burned away their minds? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templars could at least die at their best. Same lie as the Chantry. The profit just isn't as pretty.
I found your people. They believed in you. Believed your cause was righteous.
Not your business, Inquisitor.
Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you.
They were always going to die. I saw what Corypheus was doing. So yes, I fed them hope instead of despair. I made them believe their pain had purpose. Just like the Chantry does. Right, Commander?
I don't know.
It ended as well as anything else I've done. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Oh.
Very well. Samson, you will spend your remaining years serving the Inquisition. Cullen will be your handler. Perhaps he can get something useful out of you.
I doubt the Commander believes there's anything worthy left in me.
You're not wrong, but you served something greater than yourself once. Perhaps you can be made to remember that.
I've always found Brownie to be different in ice cream. So, not my fave, but not the worst thing I've ever had either. Alright, so we've done everyone's side quest. And we've done basically everything we can do. Except for falling through the floor. Which I still really want to happen, but I don't think it will. It'll happen by accident, more than anything. Alright, well, we need to go to the gardens, wherever they are. My ankles! If I were a garden, where would I be? Garden's over there. I have a no bars held way of getting into the garden. Yay! Just jumping from roof to roof.
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the Illuvian. She was terrified.
Her son? Morrigan has a son?
A boy of 10 years. She said he activated the mirror and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Her son? That's right, the son she had with Alistair.
Wait, this isn't the crossroads. This is the Fade. How did the Illuvian lead here? Can it go anywhere?
This is the Fade. Yeah, you thought we wouldn't see anything about that again, did you? Did you forget we had those two have sex? Alistair seemed quite happy to do it.
Morrigan!
Go back. I must find Kieran before it's too late.
Kieran.
Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the Illuvian here would require immense power. If he is lost to me now after all I have sacrificed...
Her face.
We'll find him, Morrigan.
Our face.
Can't be far.
It's like the Fade's eating our skin.
The Fade is infinite. He could literally be anywhere. Whatever happens to him now, it is my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
Please. I've never seen Morgan beg. Remember how hoity-toity she was in the first game when we met her? Huh. How the mighty have fallen. Motherhood. I have no idea what her son looks like, either. I have no idea what this is going to look like. I'm very excited.
There he is!
Who's with him?
Mother!
Mother.
Now, isn't this a surprise?
Clearly not the good sort of surprise.
My lovely Morrigan has a flair for the dramatic. Thankfully, my grandson is more sensible.
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful! I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
That's quite enough. You'll endanger the boy.
What have you done to me?
I have done nothing. You drank from the well of your own volition.
You are Mythal.
You can't be Mythal. That's not possible.
Flemeth is a god.
Explain to me, dear boy, why I cannot be what I am.
Whatever Mythal was, she died long ago.
So she did.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice.
Yep.
And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then you carry Mythal inside you?
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. You hear the voices of the well, girl. What do they say?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
Flemeth.
I know the name Flemeth. It belongs to an ancient Ferelden legend. It says, long ago, you left your husband for a lover. Your husband then tricked you, killed your lover, and imprisoned you. Then a spirit came to offer you vengeance. Mythal, that's what you spoke of.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life so quickly. But yes, I was that woman. That is how my tale began.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
If Mythal is within you, why not reveal yourself?
And to whom should I reveal myself?
To the elves, to everyone.
I knew the hearts of men even before Mythal came to me. It is why she came.
Oh, look, the crown is clipping
They do
through her
not
cheeks.
want the truth, and I am but a shadow, lingering in the sun.
Why did Mythal come to you?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims. Do you even know what she truly is?
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but to what end? It is because I taught you, girl. Because
I taught you, girl.
To happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged. Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
We dance.
I presume you know what we're up against.
Better than you could possibly imagine.
So will you help us?
Once I have what I came for.
No. I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose? The reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing the bodies of her daughters, Inquisitor. That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Attack!
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran.
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet do you hear me complain? Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
'Twas the well.
Always grasping beyond your reach, despite all that I taught you.
Whatever else you think he is, Kieran is still a child.
And so much better behaved than his mother was at his age.
That awkward smile.
Kieran,
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again. Or keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
he returns with me.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran will be free of your clutches. I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. Listen to the voices. They will teach you, as I never did.
Wait!
They will teach you, like I never did. Now, wasn't that much more interesting? It's even more interesting if you, if she didn't have the kid. But much sadder.
you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god's soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything after all? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.
I think her plans will have something to do with 4.
You truly had no idea what she was.
I knew she kept the truth from me. I even suspected she was not truly human, but this... I always thought the so-called elven gods were little more than glorified rulers, but now... I have doubt. And doubt is...
Her eyes are still super striking.
Inquisitor. Just be thankful you did not drink from the well. I am evidently...
Granted, we have some pretty striking eyes too.
For eternity.
So Kieran had the soul of an old god.
Taken from the archdemon at the final battle of the Fifth Blight. Yes, he has never known anything else. I'm uncertain what effect this will have on him.
But why did you...
I told you at the temple, the magic of old must be preserved, no matter how feared. Kieran had a destiny, and now it is in Flemeth's hands. I suppose we shall see what she does with it.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
Did I? She was testing me, and I cannot tell whether I passed. Now we must prepare to face Corypheus himself. It seems Mother was right. The voices of the well tell me I will be able to match his dragon. All that remains is for you to find him.
All that remains is for you to find him. Alright, let's go find ourselves a dragon. Last fight?
Your worship.
No, fuck you. No, fuck you.
We've a chance. A real one.
I just want to jump. And everyone wants to talk to me. What a bunch of weirdos. It's time. Alright, what do we got here?
We'll be ready to make our move soon, I think. Let's see what we have.
Doom upon all the world. Let's do it.
Did you find what you need, Morrigan?
I can match the Darkspawn Magister's dragon. Yes. As for matching Corypheus, that is up to you, Inquisitor.
Believe me, I know.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the deep roads? We could send word to Orson, hire envoys to...
Hey, we found it.
It seems Corypheus is not content to wait.
He's in the Valley of Sacred Ashes.
You either close the breach once more, or it swallows the world.
But that's Magnus. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
I must go now, before it's too late.
Dorian. It's the final fight.
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me. You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
Never.
As you wish. I knew you would come.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall.
A floating world.
You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. A thief in the wrong place at the wrong time. An interloper, a gnat.
A gnat.
We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I came here to stop you, Corypheus. Nothing more.
You dare.
A dragon! How clever of you! It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will. Enough! I will destroy you where you stand. I shall sear you from the very heavens. Look at you, a Saparati, nipping at the heels of your betters.
Saparati.
You are nothing. All you love will be ground under the Imperium's heel. I shall sear you from the very heavens.
In case you're curious where that other dragon came from, that was Morgan. Replenish our supply cache and go fight up Charybdis. Charybdis. He's more annoying just because it's just like
If you desire death, and this is the warden of which I've been told.
being annoying to hit him because he's just like, yay.
Fight while you can, demon.
I will not stand for this outrage.
Well, she lost. There's a dragon trying to kill us. Excuse me, you don't shove an axe into somebody's neck like that.
Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder!
Rent asunder! Banana na 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 na, rent asunder! Banana na 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 na. Oh look, Corypheus is at full health again. Yay. Yay, now he's at half health. God, I'm so good at this. Ow. Wow. It went from half to a quarter. It went from full to half to a quarter. And game over.
Not like this. I have walked the halls of the Golden City, crossed the ages. Dumat, ancient ones, I beseech you. If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now. Into the fade.
Wow. Wow. Soulless.
Solus?
The orb.
I understand why you wanted to save such an important artifact.
It is not your fault.
There's more, isn't there?
It was not supposed to happen this way, no matter what comes. I want you to know you shall always have my respect.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
Victorious, I see. What a novel result. And it seems the breach is finally closed.
Looks that way.
What do we do now?
We go back to Skyhold.
We go back home. Die! Go home, go bed. Doom upon all the world. Exactly. Go home, go bed. Exactly. And now cutscene time, probably.
moment, my lord. My agents have found no trace of Solus. He has simply vanished. If he does not wish to be found, there's likely nothing we can do. But I will keep looking.
Why would he just leave? Something must be wrong.
You said he was upset about the orb.
That can't be the only reason.
Now that Corypheus has been defeated, we have a moment to stop and celebrate. Afterwards, you will be busy. Every noble in southern Thedas is clamoring to meet you.
The fighting's over. Why do they want to meet me now?
You're joking, yes? They wish to bask in the glory of your victory, hoping that some of it will rub off on them. Everyone knows Empress Celine owes you her life and her throne. 1,000 problems remain, and your opinion will be sought on each one, whether you wish to give it or not.
I don't see what the fuss is about. Corypheus needed to be stopped.
And you are the one who stopped him. Previously, you were an upstart, nothing more than a leader of rebels and heretics. Until Corypheus revealed himself, they could not see the single hand behind the chaos. Once he did, they knew. A Magister and a Darkspawn in one creature, the ultimate evil. Now you are the only power left standing. Enjoy the evening while you can, Inquisitor.
Enjoy the evening.
Am I imagining it? Or do we have a moment to breathe?
I can scarcely believe it.
Conclave, Haven. It seems so long ago.
It does.
You should hear the stories they're telling in the barracks. Pride in their voices. Some of the soldiers have requested leave to return home, but many would follow us still. You are proof that the Inquisition has made.
How long have we been doing this?
That we will continue to do so.
Is this week 18?
Our soldiers put their trust in you, Cullen. I appreciate everything you've done.
It's been an honor. Truly. I should let you mingle.
20.
I'm sure everyone desires you.
We've done 20 weeks of this. A little bit more because we've had to skip one or two.
I've been starting to think about putting all this into a book. I'm thinking, this shit is weird. The Inquisitor Trevelyan story. What do you
This
think?
shit is weird.
It's a working title.
I'm glad you've gone back to writing.
Well, nothing's certain until it's in print. I still haven't decided if I should do this book. As if anyone will believe this story if I tell it. Not to mention, I'll have my hands full with reconstruction and relief efforts in the free marches as soon as I get back.
You should write the book.
I'll see what I can do once I get home. I'm not leaving for a while yet, though. We'll have to get in at least one game of Wicked Grace before I go. Curly needs to win back some of his dignity.
So, demons, dragons, giant asshole fins on a big magic rock. You don't let it get dull, boss. Good stuff.
You helped make it possible, Paul.
That's what they pay me for. It's weird. I joined the Inquisition under orders from the Ben Hasrath and stayed because Corypheus was an asshole. Now that it's done, I've got no orders. For the first time in my life, I can go wherever I want.
Got anywhere in mind?
If it's all the same with you, I'm pretty good right here. Anyway, the only place I'm going tonight is back for more drinks. To us, being alive, and the bad guys not.
To us for being alive.
Anan.
He tried to bind me, but it failed. Did you see it? Did you see me? Demons abound when you tell them what they are so loudly that it's all they can hear. They have to be what you want. But I know who I am now. I am me, thanks to you.
So if we had not done this with Cole, like his entire like side quest, you could not have him join you on the final. quest.
You did it yourself, Cole.
Maybe I did. What happens next? Where do we go?
For tonight, we remind the world and each other that we're alive.
Yes. Because of you. Thank you for letting me stay.
All right. Glitchy AF. Oh my god, this game is perfect. Such perfection. I'm sorry, was it really that bad?
Tis said that Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right. Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was. It tells us that a great victory against chaos was won, but left the world forever changed. Consider the mighty empire of Orlais, where Empress Celine remains on her golden throne. Where once war raged, there is now a shaky peace. Orlais is resurgent, the Empress a patron of arts and culture. Many attribute this recovery to her lady love, though others wonder how long their reunion will truly last. Fortunately for Celine, her gratitude towards the Inquisition has remained strong. Some claim she clings too tightly to the Alliance. Others know it is all that stands between her and defeat. The Grey Wardens of the South slowly rebuild in the months following the events at Adamant. They declare it time for the Order to emerge from the shadows, to join the rest of humanity in fighting their ancient foes. Rumors abound that they severed ties with their leaders at Weishaupt, and that a bitter war now rages between them. What becomes of Hawke is unknown, save that all news out of Weishaupt soon ends. Does the sudden silence indicate a battle within, or something far worse? 1 month after the defeat of Corypheus, the Chantry names Leliana as successor to the Sunburst throne. Given the name Divine Victoria, she first declares an end to the Circle of Magi. The Mages will now govern themselves. She opens the priesthood to other races, declares support for the Inquisition, and rededicates the Chantry to the principle of charity. Divine Victoria is controversial from the start. Several new sects arise, resisting her reforms and declaring her rule a threat to the faith. Her response is as swift as it is deadly. Unity is maintained, but blood runs through the halls of the Grand Cathedral.
Blood.
The Inquisition's mages, the former rebels led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, are left with a choice. When Leliana disbands the circles, they leave the Inquisition and reform the College of Enchanters as a new order. The college, they say, will allow mages of the South to gather in peace and seek new solutions to age-old problems. For the moment, it appears to be working. Mages are enjoying unprecedented acceptance throughout Thedas. And what of the Inquisition itself? Its military might has grown, now rivaling that of kingdoms. Fear of the Inquisition's army has become the true source of its power. I leave Skyhold now, knowing that power will continue to grow. The Inquisitor is a symbol to many, a leader of the changing world order. To others, he has become a target. They linger in the shadows, waiting for their day to come. When it does, the Inquisition shall stand ready.
The Inquisition shall stand ready. And there we go. That was the main story. Now we are left with a question. We can end early tonight and do Trespasser next week. Or we could start Trespasser now and potentially end early, very early even.
I knew you would come.
Next week. I am unsure.
You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Dread Wolf.
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber. The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people, they need me. I am so sorry.
I am sorry as well, old friend.
Of course. All right. Shall we start Trespasser? Beginning the Exalted
So,
Council.
Liliana, should I bow whenever you come into the room now?
We'll lock off all other areas and plots and jump to 944 Dragon. 2 years after the death of Corypheus. There is no going back from this point. With Corypheus dead and the threat of Fade Rifts and Demons waning, both Orlais and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition. Divine Victoria has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. All right, time jump. We are 12 years past the original Dragon Age Inquisition.
party negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you.
He's just like, ugh.
Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Okay.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
You can probably just call her Liliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name.
I prefer to use her divine name.
Joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinian. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria is proving to be a woman that few dare to disagree with. She has already won concessions for the Inquisition. You are fortunate to have her support.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, your worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Orlais. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador?
In a manner of speaking, your worship, Dorian Pavas has been declared the Tevinter ambassador.
Dorian.
It will be good to see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, your worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras, for one. I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, your worship. I doubt you will have a chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Orlais sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear push us into disbanding.
Then I wish you luck in the negotiations to come.
In the negotiations to come.
Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Craw, craw. Varric, Josephine, Sarah, Bull, Cole, Cassandra, Cullen.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock. Idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Sure.
Thank you for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
What I really enjoyed was seeing you put your duties aside for a change.
I truly did. Thank you for coming. It's been too long since I just spent an evening doing...
That was a very disconcerting
Here's
just
to nothing.
cut, though.
May it happen to us more often in the future.
Oh, look! The encore signal!
We're just like, oh my god, it's still going on. Alright. I think you guys just want to get the actual story. Why is this what I consider to be both a DLC and a prequel to 4? Did he just say prequel to 4? Dun 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 dun. Yes, I did. Dun 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 dun.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
Blessedly quiet. The mayor conveys his greetings. Redcliffe remembers its savior.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend.
She looks like a
much to do, but
goddamn candle.
I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais. Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
It's Lumiere's dream girl. Heh heh.
Orlais is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
Thrilled to be at the Exalted Council, Lord Parvis?
Oh, riveted.
Riveted.
Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry medals, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Parvis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Orlais wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is a good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Orlais's really pushing to just be like, please don't go. What do you think, though? Do you think the Inquisition should continue, or the Inquisition should be disbanded? Are we too powerful? Or are we a necessary evil?
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now, Artigan, as to your concerns...
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
Our goal was to keep more Ferelden citizens from dying, not to seize power.
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain.
Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course, Orlais tolerates this interference. Without the Inquisition, Celine would have neither her throne nor her elven marquise.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Divine Victoria wishes to speak with you in private.
Something has come up. I'll be back.
What?
This is highly irregular.
Perhaps it would be best if we took a short recess.
His eyes did look possessed.
The guard said we should both see this. I believe she was correct. A Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
So what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this?
This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Canary military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how?
Would the Iron Bull know anything about this?
I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. Since becoming Tal Vashoth, he has had no contact with his people. He seems frustrated at not knowing more.
We need to find out what's going on. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around?
She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will extend the recess as long as possible. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be.
You think that's likely?
I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
Like that sideways smile. She's just like, mm-mm.
Looks like he came down over the railing.
Ah, yes, nothing like climbing up the lattices like we did the first time.
An active Illuvian? If I'm going through it, I'm not going alone.
If I'm going through it, I'm not going alone. Proceeds to go through it alone. Ah, but Solus is gone.
This is the crossroads. Morrigan brought me here while showing me the Illuvians. Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
Is there a problem?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, everything's our level again. Nice. Not gonna be so easy to beat, eh? Alright. We did not want to go in here. Lol.
The blood trail leads to this mirror.
Good. Let's see where this canary took his...
Elven ruins. I'm not sure we're even in Orlais anymore. Another Canary, dressed like the one in the Winter Palace.
He's part of their military, dressed for war.
Dressed for war. Whoa.
Scorch marks everywhere. This is the work of a mage.
A powerful one. I can still feel the heat crackling.
We need to find out why these Canary were here, and who did this to them.
Are you intrigued yet?
Over there, Canary. If we want to know why they're here, we've got to get across to that island.
That one's broken.
The elves bound a spirit here. It feels
old.
Very old.
What does it want? We're visitors. We didn't mean to disturb you.
It's been a while since I've used my regular abilities instead of just like ripping somebody up with my dragon claws. Oh, purple magic.
I think that spirit considered us intruders.
We are intruders. We
Ow.
aren't ancient elves.
It must have been set to guard something.
A wash of powerful magic carries an impression of welcome. Images flash by elven slavers fleeing to this place in ancient times, greeted by others who then tend to their wounds. Words are not so much as how I felt. Oh.
That was like veil fire. It claimed this was a refuge for elven slaves.
Yes, I can feel their pain. They came here hurt, hungry. This was help, a new home.
This whole valley was a sanctuary, created by the dread wolf Fen-Harel.
Fen-Harel? The Dalish elves' god of misfortune.
The god of misfortune. A woman in wolfskin standing with a group of freed slaves, clasping one arm in friendship. Words are not so much heard as felt. Fen-Harel has been falsely named a god, but is as mortal as any of you. Takes no divine mantle and asks that none be bestowed upon him. He leads only those who would help willingly.
This is Fen-Harel helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
He made this because he didn't want followers worshipping him.
Worship makes you more. He just wanted to help.
Fen-Harel sounds like quite the rebel. The old elven gods must have simply loved that.
Elven mages enslaving tens of thousands, making arrogant proclamations of godhood. The gods are Evenurus claim divinity, yet they are not but mortals powerful in magic who can die as you can. In this place we teach those who join us to unravel their lies.
This claims the elven gods were just Evenurus, powerful but completely mortal mages.
Almost like these slaves were being untaught what they'd learned, being formed into a rebellion.
If that's true, Fen-Harel was teaching these freed slaves the truth about these false gods.
Anchor discharge. Automatically... Oh. Interesting.
What happened?
The anchor flared up. It's fine now. This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
am protecting Dorian with my spinny spins of justice.
I wouldn't linger here.
Did you have to just stay and linger? Did you have to? Did you have to? Did you have to really linger? Yes.
Here we go again. What a change of pace from the Winter Palace. A clear sky, a beautiful view, and yes, fields and fields of stripweed as far as the eye can see.
How do you know that?
Terrible stuff. Looks like grass, stings like a knife, and causes sores if you so much as brush against it. So, of course, everyone in Menrathus insists it makes a very decent tea.
I like to land on my feet. We're like a cat. Okay, okay. You guys have been staring at the fact that I can level up for a while, so let's level up, shall we? You're just like, oh, thank God. Now it'll stop flashing. It's only been like 4 weeks since we last leveled ourselves up, right? Most definitely. Because we could only gain experience from, like, fighting foes that were our level, or within 3 levels, and we are level 27. Alright.
Canary.
Bashidon, the Inquisition doesn't leave alive.
place for spirits.
What have you been up to these past few years?
Helping people. Towns burned, too many dead from bandits or battles. It's harder now that they can see me, but harder doesn't mean you don't do it.
Cole just likes to help. He just wants to be the goodest of boys. Hold up. These instructions are very vague. I'm trying to unlock, like, extra dialogue shit that'll be super interesting. I think. I don't actually know what the dialogue is. But to do it, we have to find things. Maybe we just didn't go far enough. Maybe we didn't. So seeing the golden hollow means you went too far. Oh, I see it now. Right there. That tree stump looked more like a rock. Struck the tower, great sizzling bolt out of the blue sky. Afterwards, spirits emerged from a statue of a wolf, as if the lightning woke them, and they appeared to be looking for someone. The only word I understood was Fen Haral. They did not see me, but beware, for they attack any gods who... Moida it. Not only did we murder it, but we turned it into a spirit gazelle. Oh my god.
Why did those Qunari attack the Inquisition on sight?
Qunari soldiers always have orders. The Qunes declared us an enemy.
Are you saying the entire Qunari nation wants us dead?
Well, at last the Inquisition and Tevinter have something in common.
Dreadwolf keeps his gaze on the one light that illuminates the way forward.
That's Fen'Harel, removing the face markings from a Dalish elf.
But these ruins are older than the Dalish.
Maybe the markings used to have a different meaning.
Let's see. Nice.
What's this?
Former slaves in ranks with Fen'Harel, armed and strong. Their skin is smooth. Their face tattoos, the elven Vala Slin, are gone. Words are not so much as heard as felt. The brand of the Venuris can be lifted from you, that all may know you oppose their cruelties. Now here are slaves. None here are slaves. You are under our protection. All may choose to fight.
Hidden weapons. These freed slaves actually fought back against the Venuris, posing as gods.
Interesting word, Venuris. If all it means is mage leader, well, they were basically magisters.
Let's look for anything that explains why the Qunari came here before we go.
Wait, I think I went the wrong way. Oops. Bow, 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 bow. Do do do. Oh, this is where it came from. That's why. Frederick reports stationing people in the abandoned elven towers by the lake is a short distance from its entrance to the mirror that connects to Halam Sharal. We will need the space to lodge our people after infiltration is complete. Ah.
This letter says the Qunari came to these ruins because the Alluvians connect to Halam Shiral.
An attack on the Winter Palace.
It was some sort of infiltration. There's no more details.
Interesting. Alright. Now we go this way. Okay.
Make a smile upon you. Such changeable weather this season. Scout
lays Harding, swift and cunning, arrows cut you down to size.
Wait. I'm confused. Apparently I missed stuff.
But all who remain stand in the
But welcome back, Emotive. Alright, fine. Of course, of course. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Two hours ago, an unknown intruder penetrated our defenses, masked and cloaked. A mage. Used magic to awaken spirits and turn them against us. Intruder moved as if they knew this place. Fled after spirits awoke. Dozens dead. Spirits keep attacking. Engagement not reco.
A note about an unknown intruder coming through an alluvion. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Qunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
Two parties, then. The Qunari and a mystery agent determined to stop them.
All right. Ah. I think we will save the rest of this for later.
Dead Canary was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Canary may not be friendly to the Inquisition, but they have no reason to attack us.
They also have no reason to be here, or using Illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now, Your Holiness.
Cullen, please just call me Liliana.
Yes, Your... Liliana.
Yes, your Liliana.
I just wanted the Exalted Council to go smoothly.
We must ensure that the Canary do not disrupt the negotiations. The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
Could we use the Canary threat to remind everyone how valuable the Inquisition still is?
Not until we know more. It will be fine. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate.
We, Your Holiness?
You do, Josie?
I'll head back to the crossroads. We need to find out what the Canary are doing, and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
With our honor guard. Yes. Look at that. They didn't too good of a job hiding the Illuvian. But we will continue figuring out what the heck is going on in Trespasser. I know you all are excited to see how this is going to tie directly, completely directly into Dragon Age 4. And I'll go into what Dragon Age 4 is sounding like it's going to be next week. So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all have been enjoying. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.